Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson we'll learn how to recreate this cool looking magnifying glass effect using Adobe InDesign and After Effects. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So the first thing that you will need here is an InDesign document. So I've just created a new A4 document and I'm just going to go to the columns and press 2. Then I can just go to create. Once I have that, then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the T tool and I'm just going to draw out a section for the title over here. I'm going to write my title in there. I'm going to change the font to Azo Sans Black, but you can use any font that you want. And I'm going to change the value to, let's say 100. So once you're happy with the first section there, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the line tool and I'm just going to draw a line that goes probably to the length of the text over there, and you can make that text bigger if you want. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the properties and I'm just going to increase the stroke value and I'm just going to change the type to maybe something like that. So it's got a thin and a thick line. If you don't like that, then you can always change it to something else. Cool. So now the next bit is we are going to stick within the columns. So I'm just going to draw a box there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to, let's say, Azo Sans, but let's go to maybe bold and italic. And I'm just going to bump up the font size to about 36 and then just go fill with placeholder text. So now we have our first kind of, I guess, like heading that's in there. Then what I'm going to do is underneath that, I'm going to draw another section out. And this time this is going to be our placeholder text, our main text, so our body text. So I'm going to fill this with Azo Sans Thin and I'll leave it at 12 and I'm just going to go to fill with placeholder text. And now I can move that a bit up there so when we preview it, that's what it looks like. So the other thing that we had is we had some of this placeholder text on the other side and we had a picture down here. So the final bit at the bottom, I'm just going to add another section over here and I'll just change the font again to Azo Sans. This time I'll go medium and I'm just going to increase the font size to about 24 and I will fill with placeholder text as well. So now we have to move on to the other section. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. So I'm going to hold Option or Alt on my computer, hold Shift and then just drag it over. And then if I really want, I can also drag the title over there. And I don't need this much text, so I'm going to probably move it up to something like that. And then in that final area over here, I'm just going to add a placeholder text for my image. So once I have that, then all I need to do is drag my image in there. Cool. So now that my image is in there, all I need to do is just right click on that, go to fitting, and I'll say fill frame proportionally. And there is my picture. While I'm here, I'm just going to change the corners to a rounded edge. And that's pretty much it. The only other thing that I added in here was a little bit of text at the top. So we can add that now. So I'll just say March issue 2025. And we will change that also to Azo Sans and I'll do that regular. And the final thing that we had over here was this custom graphic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the pen tool and I'm just going to draw a very simple shape and just match it up like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the picture in there just to have that custom shape in there. So there's my image in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double click on that circle over there and then I'm just going to move it around until I'm happy with the colors that it has. So once you're happy with the shape and everything in your magazine, then what you can do is you can export that as a PNG file and then take it into After Effects. So now that we've got our layer in InDesign, the next thing that you need is a magnifying glass. So I just went to Vecteezy and I downloaded this magnifying glass, and I'll leave the link in the description. I just cleaned it up a bit and removed some of the opacity in here. Once you're done with that, you can save that and then take that into After Effects. So here we are in After Effects, and I've just imported my magnifying glass as an Adobe Illustrator file. Once you have that, then the next thing that you need to do is create a new composition. I'm just going with a 1920 by 1080 pixel document, 30 FPS at a duration of about 15 seconds. Press OK. Then what we need to do is we need to import our document from InDesign. So I'm just going to go File, Import. Find the document, drag it to the timeline, press S for scale, and then just scale it down. And there's our document there. So that's looking great. The next thing that we need is a background. So I'm just gonna right click in here, add a new solid, call it BG. I'm gonna make sure that it's underneath my magazine layer. And then I'm gonna search for the effect called gradient ramp. And then I'm gonna change the white to this dark purple. I'm gonna change the ramp shape to a radial ramp. I'm gonna put the start of the ramp in the middle and the end of the ramp over here, and then just go swap colors. And now I have a cool looking gradient that goes with my magazine. So the next thing we need to do is we need to import our magnifying glass. So there I have it there. I'm just gonna press S for scale and just increase the size a little bit, just so it's like that. You can do whatever size that you like. The next thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that it's in the middle of the actual composition. So to do that, I'm just going to open up this title safe button over here, and then I'm just going to play around with some of the settings until I get it as close to the middle as possible. Then what I have to do is I have to click the pan behind tool, move the anchor point to that center mark, and then we can start to add the effects on here. So to add the effects, what we need to do is we need to create a new adjustment layer, and I'm just going to drag it underneath the magnifying glass just so you can see a little bit easier. I am going to put the first effect, which is called transform, and then I'm going to add the second effect, which is called bulge, and you can see what happens when you put bulge in there. And if I just increase the horizontal radius and the vertical radius, now I've got that cool kind of, effect that's happening on my magnifying glass. So now that's looking pretty cool, but now what we need to do is we need to create a mask on that adjustment layer. So on the adjustment layer, we're just gonna create a quick mask. So we're just gonna grab the pen tool and make sure that you click on the magnifying glass and then click and hold to draw a curved area over here. So now if you want to move it around, you can, and if you need to move things around, you can. And if this one is a bit out of the way, you can always hold Alt or Option, and then you can move one of the lines yourself. So you can move it to however you want, but now the mask is actually on that adjustment layer. Then what we need to do is we need to open up the effects for the transform. I'm going to go to the magnifying glass, press P for position. I'm going to pick whip the anchor point and the position to the magnifying glass, and then I'm going to close that, and I'm going to close the transform, go to bulge, go to bulge center and move it to the position, and then finally pick whip the adjustment layer to the magnifying glass. And if you've done that correctly, now if you move everything around, everything will follow it together. So there's some other things that we can look in here inside the transform. If we increase the scale, so if you want it to be a little bit bigger, you can do that. And what's cool is that it all follows when you move it around. So the only other thing I did in here is I created an animation that goes from top to right down to the bottom, and I also added some noise on top of everything. But that's about it. So anyways guys, thanks for watching this short tutorial on how to create a magnifying effect using Adobe InDesign, Illustrator and After Effects. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.